Hello everyone and welcome to this new Eurovision video. Today I would like to discuss 5 things that I would like to see at Eurovision 2024. And I'm also curious about what you want to see at Eurovision 2024, so definitely let me know in the comments below and also let me know what you think about my points. So without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, I would like to see Australia to return to the competition. This might be a bit of a random one, but at this point in time, we are unsure whether Australia will or will not return to Eurovision. And I think it would be a shame to see them go, because Australia is one of the most consistent countries at Eurovision, always serving quality songs and most of the time also quality performances. And I really wouldn't like to miss them. And aside from that, if they do come back, I really hope that for once the public will not ignore them in the final, because it happened so many times now that Australia, even when they do well in the semi-finals, they lack the support in the finals, and I think they deserve more. So I want them back next year, and 2, I want them to not be forgotten by the public in the final. Number 2, I would like to keep the televote only semi-final, but we still need the jury in the final. I was a bit worried when they changed the system this year, but I actually think that making the semi-finals televote only will be better for Eurovision, because then it's actually the people who are going to be watching it at home and who need to be entertained. It's going to be them fully choosing who's going to be in the final, and I think it will keep people, like the general public, more excited about it than when there's a jury who's deciding half of the points. And then there's like countries like Switzerland in 2022 who went through to the final despite the fact that there was about 0 televote interest in that song and performance. So I think I liked it, but I do need the juries in the final. Now with the juries, I'm okay if the system changes a little. They can get us more juries, or they can change the ranking system for the juries. I think there's room for improvement there, but we need the juries, because there's no way that I want to see the Eurovision final and results without the juries. I would be very afraid of the quality of the competition in that sense, if that happens. Number 3, I would like a change of the running order draw. I don't want a full random draw. I don't think that is nice, because I very much appreciate a well-flowing show, and that there is a song that begins that is actually a beginning banger performance, and that there is a song that ends that is a banger performance. I like to have a flow like there is a concert. Like, I would never want to see 10 ballads in a row or 10 up-tempo songs in a row. So I think we need to keep drawing like halves in the semi-final. I think in the semi-final the halves are fine, but for the final I would like to see them drawing quarters, because we can see now that the people performing in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th place are often just so underperforming in comparison to in the semi-finals, and we can kind of say now that it's not beneficial at all to perform in the first part of the final. So I think making it quarters instead of halves will still give the producer some freedom to choose the running order, but it will be a bit fairer for the countries who are competing and for their chances as well. The 4th thing that I would like to see at Eurovision next year is the Big 5 performing in the semi-finals, because right now they are only, showing the performance that they did during the jury final. But I think it would benefit them a lot if they would actually just perform their full song in the semi-finals, so that people already can get to see the song already once fully, and so they have the same advantage as the other countries performing in the semi-final. I used to not be a very big fan of the Big Five in general, the fact that they would qualify automatically, and it would mainly be because a lot of times I felt like the Big Five would actually not send quality songs or performances. I think this has been changing over the past year, so I actually don't mind it as much anymore. But I think it would be nice to have them in the semifinals too, even if they're not competing, but just to give them the opportunity to present their song. And the last thing that I would like to see for Eurovision 2024 is something kind of unrelated to the show itself, because I would like to see a small Eurovision tour after Eurovision finishes, where there's maybe 3 or 5, I don't know, cities where all of the artists will go to give just a concert where all of them will perform their song, and where all the songs and the artists will just be celebrated, because now Eurovision ends and it's full stop, it's done, it's over, nothing is happening anymore for like 6 months. And both for the fans, but I think also for the artists probably, it's like you fall kind of into a black hole because you've been busy with Eurovision for all of these months and now suddenly everything is over. And I think it would therefore also be nice to have this, to have a few concerts after Eurovision, especially also for the artists who did not qualify. I think it will give them some positive energy and a positive outlook, because also they will still be celebrated afterwards. So I think that would be a super nice idea. I don't know how feasible it is, but I would love to see that happening. So these were the 5 things that I would like to see at Eurovision next year. If you like this video, please put a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. Do you agree with me, or do you not agree, or do you have some other ideas perhaps? I would be very interested to know. If you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe, because there will be a lot more upcoming. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.